I'm transitioning Bowser into a raw chicken diet. He's been on Abity, and then he was on beef, ground beef, and I'd make him a mix, and now I'm switching him into bone-in chicken. And I want to be perfectly clear that there is no transition if you're feeding your dog pet food. There's no transition into raw diet. You just stop giving the pet food, okay? But with the puppy, listen, there's a lot of channels that talk about raw diet. They don't know what they're talking about. If you follow them, you can end up with your dog in the hospital. They tell you to just give the 8-week-old puppy bone-in chicken, and that's not safe. It isn't. I can think of one in particular. He says this all the time. Just give the puppy bone-in chicken. That's a good way to scrub your dog. When they're puppies, you have to either grind it or smash it up. That's a fact. You give them they have milk teeth. They have milk teeth. At a young dog, like a wild dog, the adult would be bringing it back sort of already masticated. They'd throw it up for the dog. So know that. So at about 4.5 months, usually, I'm switching the dog into something that looks like this. This is a leg quarter, but I cut off. This is for about a 15 to 20 pound dog, okay? So this is a leg quarter that I cut the drumstick part off, and then I took a big knife and went, like this and then like this. So all the bone is already cut up. But the advantage is that it's still sort of whole, so it's really windy. So the dog has to learn to work the piece of meat. They got to learn to chew it like that, okay? So I give this to the dog for 2 or 3 weeks, whatever, until the dog drops its milk teeth out, which is in this period. And when it drops its milk teeth out, then it's already figured out how to work the raw chicken, and then I can just give them a leg quarter or the section of the leg quarter without the drumstick. That's what I would do in this case. In a dog this size, I would give them this section, because if you get this section, it has more calcium in it because it has that spine part on it. Don't use drumsticks, okay? Drumsticks don't have enough calcium in it. The protein to bone ratio is way off. You want to use leg quarters. So the dog learns to do this while it's dropping its teeth out, and at times I'll take this and I'll freeze this, and then I'll give it to the dog, and then that way it helps them with teething. So don't listen to some of these people. And by the way, don't say into this video, do a video of the dog eating raw diet. That's what all those channels are about, that tell you that it's okay to give your dog bone-in chicken without grinding it or smashing it at 8 weeks, okay? They're all about watching the dog eat raw diet, and for some reason, people want to watch that. I don't know what that's about. That's not my channel. My channel is about education when we're talking about dogs. That's it. I'm not saying that I might do a video where I'm showing a dog eat, but that's not like what my channel's about, okay? You go to this one guy that I'm thinking of, every video that he has about raw diet, it's all about showing the dog eating the raw diet. That's what his channel's about, and he doesn't know what he's talking about. You have to smash or grind the chicken when the dog is young. At about 4.5 months, you can do something like this. Make sure all the bones sort of smashed up, and then that helps the dog, and then the dog can learn to work an actual, piece of bone-in chicken. But you want to wait until the dog has all its teeth, its milk teeth have dropped out, and it has its adult teeth in. This is important. This is important. Don't listen to all these people that talk about raw diet. They don't know what they're talking about. It's ridiculous. Trust me, 4.5 months, start chopping it up with a knife, but just leave it sort of like this, like a chicken cutlet. It shouldn't resemble any actual cut.